Всем привет, подписчики и зрители канала, с вами Айронс. Продолжаем прохождение игры Max Payne 5.
Way I see it, there's two types of people. Those who spend their lives trying to build a future, and those who spend their lives trying to rebuild the past. For too long, I've been stuck in between, hidden in the dark. What was I really doing walking in there with my bad haircut and ridiculous shirt? Was I there to make something right? Or was I just using a messed up situation to indulge myself, grasping at some desperate delusion of control? Maybe the two went hand in hand more than I cared to admit.
Нас ведет. Опять на вечеринку.
I had stumbled into some kind of street party. This was the kind of reality Americans paid top dollar to see. Slums had become tourist attractions, places where yuppies could gawk at the endless spirit of the poor from the inside of their bulletproof buses. I felt dumb and exposed. I missed the booze. Not that it mattered, sober or drunk, I was hardly undercover. I stood out in this place like a streetwalker in a monastery.
Continua andando, caralho! Que porra é essa que você tá fazendo aqui? Como que você sai entrando aqui assim? Anda, vai pra lá!
What do you need, guys? What do you need?
O que você tá fazendo aqui? Eu tô te perguntando. Eu te chamei aqui, porra!
Easy, pal, easy.
Ah, então. Você é americano de merda.
Look, I didn't mean any offense.
Me dá só uma razão pra eu não te matar, seu americano burro.
Desculpa, amigo, por favor.
Passa tudo que você tem, viado. Pega o dinheiro dele, pega o dinheiro dele. Ah, relojão, hein? Passa aqui. Dá logo. Dá logo. Filho da puta. Valeu, mano. Bem-vindo à favela Nova Esperança. Agora não, fora daqui.
All things considered, I was gonna have to look on this as a good outcome. I was deep in gang territory. These kids were raised hating clowns like me. Middle-income ass-kickers who protected the rich by shooting kids like them.
Надо было позволить. Нахер еще терпеть таких.
First day off the sauce, and somehow I'd still ended up in the gutter.
Так. Надо вылезать отсюда. Как можно скорее.
If there was one thing I'd learned since I'd been here, it was that Brazilians came out of the womb kicking a ball. And for kids like these, was their one legal chance at a ticket out of here.
Sabe jogar palitinho, rapaz? Mostra. Pô, que isso?
Понятно.
Coisa mais simples. Vai lá, mostra pra ele. Você escolhe um dos...
Что бразильцы?
Desculpa, olá. Fala inglês. I'm a little lost. Perdido? Onde estou?
Tá no lugar errado, rapaz.
Não compreende. I need a phone, a telephone.
Bora.
Publico.
A gente não é centro de informação turística, não, gringo.
Well, they weren't gonna help me. And who could blame them? I was a dumb American in a place where dumb Americans were less popular than the clap. If I was gonna find my way out of this mess, I was on my own.
Ясно. Никто помогать нам не собирается.
It looked like there was a bar up ahead. The irony was not lost on me. I figured sobriety was no use to me dead.
Meu, passa o baseado. Ih, na tua vez não, passa aí, meu.
Aí, tem visto a irmã do Wilson, mano?
O que esse cara quer?
Aí, bela camisa, hein?
Tu perdeu o visão, meu.
Все своими делами занимаются. Блин, а как можно жить в такой, блин, грязищу, мусор и всякой херни? Хотя это трущобы.
Sai de cima de mim, meu. Ô.
I hoped this classy-looking establishment would have a phone so I could call Passos. Either that or a gun so I could shoot myself and save these kids the bother.
Hey, got a telephone?
Telefone, vai, lá no fundo, ó. Segue em frente.
When you're stuck in a foreign country and you don't know the words for reverse charges, and you're in some lonely skin joint in the middle of some poor slum, having just had every last cent robbed from you, and you call yourself a bodyguard, then you know you're a loser.
Hey, Matt, can I buy you a beer?
Do I know you?
I don't think so.
Look, if you're gonna shoot me, make it quick, I'm a little busy.
If I was going to shoot you, I wouldn't waste a beer.
Wait, come on. I'm trying to dry out a bit, so just a soda, please.
Sure. Why don't you go sit down? Guaraná pra ele, chopp pra mim. Bem gelado. Interesting haircut, by the way. Meant to tell you that.
Yeah, well,
Wilson da Silva. Very good to meet you.
nice to meet you, I think.
Although you'll forgive me if I promise never to employ you as my bodyguard. You did a great job watching after Rodrigo Bronco.
Fuck you.
You were set up.
Bet your ass I was.
Now, let me ask you something. Have you ever seen this guy? Sejano.
Yep, he's a real sweetheart.
Yeah, you sure put his gang out of business. But don't worry, those guys, they're a small fry. This is the guy I'm interested in. Neves. And this is his little buddy here. Milo Hegel. They work for this vigilante group, Crasha Preto.
Yep, I know him.
Well, they're very popular with right-wing politicians, like Victor Bronco. Now, you see, many years ago, he helped clear some villages on a bit of land Rodrigo Bronco wanted to develop.
Rodrigo Bronco?
Yes, he did some very bad things. Anyway, have you ever seen this guy?
Maybe at the stadium.
I knew you were involved in that business. You know, I wanted to investigate that, but I got an order to blame it on some local street kids instead. Tell me, what happened there?
Nothing. We simply went to hand over some cash to this guy's clowns for a ransom exchange when this guy's clowns jumped us and they shot everybody.
Apart from you and your boy Passos.
That's right. We had to shoot our way out of there.
They let you go. It's okay, it's a little weird right now. But I know that Victor Bronco is involved in all this. I just don't know how or why. And I know that the UFE are involved in all this as well, but I just don't know how or why. And you know what's gonna happen? The moment is gonna come along when I put all these pieces together, and at that moment, someone is gonna come along and put a bullet in my head. Anyway, listen. I think you might want this.
Thank you. I'll need it.
And if it's Fabiana Bronco you've come looking for, I think she's up the hill.
So why don't you just go get her?
I don't know. I'm a cop. I mean, I'll fight corruption. I'll stand up to the rich and dumb, but if I go up that hill right now, I'll be dead in 3 minutes or less. Maybe you too, Max. You're in the jungle now.
So it appears.
If you survive the next hour, let's speak. You helped me. And I'm gonna do what I can to help you. Good luck.
I didn't know what to make of what this guy had just told me. What was true and what was just someone else's convenient bullshit. Then some less than friendly locals came in and found me in the wrong mood to party.
Peraí. Olha quem tá aí. E aí, gringo? O que você tá fazendo aí?
No comprende. Leave me alone.
Você tem alguma coisa pra mim? Do you got something for me?
For you? Tell you what I got. I got a gun, and if anybody thinks they're gonna take it from me, they'd be dead wrong.
Поехали. На ушко. Еще в жопу иди, бармен. Все, Макс, короче, ушел из себя. Блин, ПП. Ладно, возьмем калаш. Так, спокойно. Ой. Не ожидал. Говно. Не знаю, просто решил настроить его нефиг.
No shooting! Por favor, amigo! No, no!
Relax, soldier.
You're American? Oh, jeez, buddy. Am I glad to see you? Oh, fuck me. I've been coming to this shithole town for the last 5 years. It's like a fucking insane asylum. But it's got the cheapest pussy in the world. Fuck me. I mean,
You're in a cat house in the slum, pal, doing who knows what.
I'm a businessman, bro. And they were fully legal in this country. I think. And I know how to tip, all right? It ain't my fault, man. It ain't my fault. Don't judge me, all right?
Have a nice day. Jesus, what a fucking creep.
Да какие мои проблемы, чем он там
It was
занимается?
Monday afternoon, and I'd already been thrown out of a party, gone to a strip club, and got into a bar fight. This latest midlife crisis was certainly ticking all the boxes.
É o gringo. Ah, não sei. Tô vendo porra nenhuma. A gente desce ou não? Foda-se. Isso aí já era, não vale a pena não. Tá certo.
Так, ну знаете, мы еще пробегал
The
на здесь.
fireworks display was clearly in my honor, making sure everyone knew to roll out the red carpet for their surprise guest. I was walking into another not-so-welcome party. These hoods didn't look like Commando Sombra. Not that I was gonna get picky. This was clearly their turf, and I'd just shot up their favorite skin joint.
Зачем ты в этого стреляешь? Да попади же ты. Так, по ступенькам поднимаемся, опасно. Получай. Так, ну вроде все. Ну, лучше, конечно, не торопиться. Это обезболивающее. Так, возьмем УЗИ. Готов. Так. Возьмем все калаш пока. Так, еще одно УЗИ. Возьмем две.
The cold turkey was messing with me, like I was looking through another man's eyes. I needed to focus.
Кстати, я вот что-то последние несколько серий даже по сторонам не смотрю. Всякие закоулки не залезаю. Но я думаю, если я что-то даже пропустил интересное, в этом нет ничего такого. Так. Заходим. Открывайся же ты.
I could hear a woman screaming. I thought I'd found Fabiana, but instead I'd stumbled across some testosterone fest. A bunch of young punks with guns killing time the only way they knew how. Nova Esperanza wasn't exactly a dinner and movie kind of place. I recognized the hoods who jumped me earlier. I was trying to decide whether to crash this party or turn back, when my natural grace and finesse made the decision for me.
Макс, что ты затеял? Это жесть, блин. Ну, поехали. Да, жестко. Сдохни. Да, и калаша нету. Хотя вот. Возьму этот. Так, ладно. Что это? Что за пушка? Сейчас испытаем. Понял. Блин, прикольно. Да, блин, прицелиться не так легко. Хедшот. Так, ладно, где тут бочка? Получай. Так, это было круто. Там еще был. Что-то действует совсем не как Макс Пейн. Надо было в атаку просто вырваться и начать гасить всех. Да пойду как ты, короче, нафиг. Да блин, что-то как неудачно. Так, ладно. Там Борис был, хотел бы по Борисам пострелять. Так, это, конечно, тоже было сейчас рискованно. Так, ладно. Тихо, тихо. Вот это вообще сейчас была жопа. Давай, ну. Блин, ну. Вообще в шопе. Так, ну вроде всех завалил. Сейчас срочно нужно найти обезболивающее, иначе... Иначе все. А, вот они. Может, обалдеться взять, кстати, идею. Как раз тут 2. Было бы эпично. Попробуй сейчас. Не так он калаш кидывает, это плохо. И с калашом удобно. Прикольно так выглядит 2 обалдеца в куполе. Довольно прикольно. Так, хорошо. Не знаю, чем калаш не может повесить и куда.
Tougher, more capable. They didn't look like Serrano's boys, but I could tell I was moving up the food chain. I hoped Fabiana wasn't going to be served up come feeding time.
Если она там вообще, Макс.
This was gonna be a safe medical detox.
А вы с обалдецем походить, пускай с одним. Картинка так моргала только что. Да, что-то как-то... Записью какие-то проблемы. Постоянные. Хотя на самом деле нормально, до этого все делал. Хорошо.
Vai tomar encher o cu, rapaz. Vai buscar cerveja cedo. Que porra. Os malandros matariam sua mãe por uma trouxa de maconha.
Люди прячутся. Ну, оно и понятно. Получай. Это я, наверное, зря сделал. Тихо. А Бездал неплохая пушка. Мне нравится. Ну, побегаю с обалдецем, нафиг это калаш. И так довольно долго с ним бегаем. Так, тихо. Блин, я даже не заметил его. Ага, нормально. Бомжара какая-то. Чуть не убил меня. Так, аптечек не видать. Что плохо. Тихо, тихо. Выскакивают из всех щелей. Сядь, Макс. Получи. Где он? Запоздала какая-то у меня реакция и комментарии. Черт. Так, быстро. Вставай, вставай. Не, нафиг возьму калаш. С калашом как-то спокойней. Обезболивающего нету. Нигде. Да вылезайте отсюда.
Só mija. Eu vi essa, seu filho da puta. Caralho! Caralho, porra, porra!
Почему постоянно делают, блин, одноручное оружие? Ну ладно, тут у нас один, здесь вот никого. Ладно, я иду. Ага. Так, это было эпично. По крайней мере.
I'd have felt worse taking someone's
Смотреть
assholes
на
that
наркотики.
told me about this stuff. Oxidado. They called it rust, packed full of healthy ingredients like quicklime and kerosene, cheaper, stronger, and deadlier than crack. Easily marketed to the poor and desperate. All in all, a fine, honorable way to earn a living.
Блин, не дал ведь Макс творить.
Cigarettes. Fireworks. I couldn't find any clues in this place, so I decided to do my bit for the drugs trade.
Что такое брал Макс глюканул, у него там и пистолет, блин, в куполе, и оборез. Так, что-то еще. Что-то смотреть нужно было.
I was definitely in Commando Sombra territory. If Fabiana was still alive, she couldn't be far away.
Я надеюсь, мы спасем ее. Чем мы сейчас будем заниматься? Тут ничего, блин. Да вряд ли я что-то найду. Без помощи гайдов.
That much security, it had to be Serrano's pad. Since I was in the neighborhood, I figured he wouldn't mind if I dropped in and thanked him personally for his hospitality.
Bate o cu, filho da puta!
It wasn't like he wasn't expecting me.
Конченые. Это они конченые. Хотя Макс пистолет был, если у меня обалдец. Ладно, не буду прикапываться к деталям игры. Сейчас голову к чертям валим. Чё? Давай. Готов. Макс куда-то скатился. Высовывайся, давай. ублюдки. Совсем какой-то спалдил. Так. А ну никуда от них уйти нельзя, пойдет всех убивать. Если они этого хотят. Я ничего сейчас не понимаю, кто откуда стреляет. По пулям распознаю.
I had to hope the king was in his castle.
Такая пись, конечно, такая себе.
As I approached the spot, I could hear raised voices. Then I saw that Marcello had turned up with a suitcase full of money, along with Fabiano's sister, Giovanna. I only understood a little, but things were not going well. I wasn't expecting quite so many armed goons, but there was no backing out now. I would just have to act harder than I felt.
Макс, ты придурок. Блин, чтобы мне дали управление, бы влетел, то и всех убил. Твою мать, все-таки ее убили, блин, не спасли вы ее. Господи, ну и говно. Блин.
Here I was again, with all hell breaking loose around me, standing over another dead girl I had been trying to protect.
I'll give you a minute, buddy.
We'd only been married a short time. By now, she had been dead longer than I knew her. I still hadn't really forgiven myself for the Mona business, but I knew that was just grief. The insanity that comes with losing the life you had built. Michelle, I missed her with every part of my being. I hated the world for not killing me with her, and I hated myself for allowing this to happen to her and our little girl. But I knew I had to leave town.
Excuse me. Max Payne?
Somehow, I didn't think he was about to tell me I'd won the lottery.
Да, пошел убить. Да, но все-таки первую и вторую часть тоже будет пройти. Надо было вообще с первой начать. Слышишь ты, чикен?
If I could get back to Passos, we'd be in a slightly better position to handle this situation.
Очень, блин, классная атмосфера в этих флешбеках, где Макс в своей курточке, своим галстуком. Очень круто. Что не говори, атмосфера в первой, второй части были просто шикарные. Из пистолета вообще тяжело подать.
I knew I shouldn't have gone there, and that Passos might have to pay the price for my sentimentality.
Sorry, I just had to say goodbye. You okay? I will be once we get out of here.
I get the feeling those weren't the only guys DeMarco sent after us.
Got that feeling too.
Ах ты жопа. Получай. Да уж.
I started to wonder if my luck was about to run out when I realized it had a long time ago. That's why I was here.
There he is! The money's mine! That's it, there's anything left.
Придурки. Стоит дохнуть в розетку.
You good? Yeah, I'm okay.
Тихо. Блин, еще один. Сейчас я поднимусь. Куда пасос пошел? Макс. Господи, как же неудобно играть с этим управлением идиотским. Это даже не управление, а геймпад виноват. Как вас много, пацаны. Пошел в задницу. Самое корявое прохождение получается. Столько фейлов. Пойдем.
This way, through the gate.
Come on, hey, wake up, let's go.
The troops had arrived. Either DeMarco had thrown an army at this job, or he'd put a high enough bounty on our heads to attract every contract-buying scumbag on the eastern seaboard.
Yeah, but how are we gonna know who whacked them? Huh? I got hollow points.
Look, we all got hollow points. Look, we'll split the bounty nice and even, all right? All right? Fair. That's all.
I look like a fucking socialist fool. An aid worker?
We'll work it out together, okay? Look, cuz, how long we been doing this?
I'm not giving no handouts.
Not asking for a handout. We're out here
Ah,
working.
whatever. Shut up, whatever.
Stop
Whatever you say.
There he is! Right?
Just look,
Joe! Oh!
Пикающий маневр.
Passos had put some distance between himself and the goons. I meant to follow.
Тогда боек возьмем.
I got someone. I think he's a hit. That Max Payne. The other guy might be here as well. Where you at? Over by that circular thing. The hit. He's like Latino or something. Which hit? Payne and the other one. Just hold on to him. The other guy might be here as well. Where you at? Over by that circular thing. Payne and the other one. Just hold on to him.
Watch my back. I got you.
просто залез куда-то, никуда куда не нужно. Что тебя попадет под мои пули? Вот тебе. Анимация очень крутые в этой игре. Анимация там куртки, я не знаю. Так естественно все. Это радует. Так, обезболивающее. Если дает обезболивающее, значит дальше опять будет стрельба. Так, ну и все, вроде больше ничего нету.
Be cool, okay? Be cool. Don't tell me to be cool. You Max Payne? Who? Very fucking funny. Whatever. You're Max Payne. I thought he was fucking Max Payne.
Confusing, huh?
Hey, you make one more move, and this guy, whoever the fuck he is gonna get fucking dead. Look, man. Give yourself up, and the marker might have a change of conscience, huh? Might grant you one last reprievement. Ain't no reprievement gonna be found otherwise.
I don't even know who he is.
You think I'm playing around here?
Think about it.
Случай.
I think I'm done saying my
Поехали.
goodbyes. Let's get out of here.
Не, мы сейчас их добьем. Потом пойдем. Патроночку кончились, зашибись. Так, ладно, ползем. Да нахер. Хотел УЗИ взять. Ты сдохнешь и...
Holy shit! What the hell is going on here?
Don't worry about it. Just get out of here, okay?
Sounds like a fucking war is going on.
Calm down.
Some poor bastard quite literally on the graveyard shift. Must have been wondering why there were suddenly more bodies above ground than below.
Правда. Чувака убили ни за что.
All I can hope for is that he didn't even hear the shot that killed him.
Я после слов Макса уже понял, что что-то с ним будет неладно.
The only way through.
If I lay down cover, can you move up on him?
That's anyone's guess.
Go, Max! Move to the tomb!
Понятно.
They're rushing you!
Блин.
You okay?
Sure. Right up to the moment my head gets blown off.
You gotta move again. I'll give you cover. Wait on me. Get behind that thing. Be careful, man.
All right, boys, walk it.
You're going down quicker than your wife. Come on,
Okay. Cover you again. See if you can flank it. Get a shot.
Run, duck, flank. Easy orders to give when you're way behind the front line.
Windows coming up.
Great.
Зайти слева. А ну да, так его и нужно убить было. Я ж пытался так. Ну ладно.
to come in here to hide, not very successfully as things turned out.
Freeze!
As opposed to what? Disco dance?
Shut the fuck up, half-caste. Turn around. Turn around. Move. Move! Hold it. That way, you fucking jokers. Move.
Where are we going?
Что сейчас начнут выделывать, типа один закопать другого. Копай себе яму. Сейчас начнут с этим.
You killed my fucking son. My boy. My only son.
Listen, I'm sorry.
Fuck you!
Sorry for your loss. But your son was killed in gun battle. A battle he started.
Shut your fucking mouth! Shut up! Shut up! Shut up! Fuck you! You killed my son! You fucking spit! Ow! You killed my son! Dig! No!
I have to admit, I almost felt bad for the guy.
Dig!
Sure, he had lived a bad life, but I, of all people, knew that living with this grief would be payment enough for any sins. Still, perhaps not so bad that I was prepared to dig my own grave and let these goombas kill me without even getting some dirt on their hands.
Your body ain't gonna bury itself. Dig, motherfucker!
I didn't want to tell the guy there were 45 other bodies in the cemetery that weren't receiving their Christian rites. I figured the Gravedigger Act would buy us some time.
I'm getting tired just watching you.
Where are you going? Or die!
Да. С одной стороны, тот мужик прав, а с другой, он сын прав выделывался и получил по заслугам. Так, ладно. Да чтоб тебе. Не знаю, неудобно, короче, играть на DualShock 3. Не знаю, если приноровиться, если целыми днями играть только в Макса, то может и нормально. Ну, когда ты играешь спустя несколько дней. Это не очень как. Там в шею. Что еще мог полез? Мне сюда вообще нужно или нет?
Something for the cold.
Красавицы мужики. Ага, вот пасус. Значит, сюда все-таки. А, понятно, мы, короче, к боссу идем. Нахер мы к нему идем вообще? Что, сейчас как босс будет? Да навряд ли.
Like I said, Passo's always had a good sense of humor.
We gotta find a phone. I got a connection in Queens who can help us.
All right.
Spread out! And clear every room before you move on. We don't want to miss these damn fools.
Our SOS was gonna have to wait.
Да уж. Куда ты делся? Только он шел. Какой-то ублюдок, я сейчас залезу к тебе. Сиди там. Неважно. Что ты там полящишься? Ублюдок. Сам ты чубака. Так, сейчас. Вот так вот. Так будет со всеми.
I think we'll be all right.
Yeah, at least for a little while.
You just call somebody, get a little help, and we'll get out of here. Hey, it's me. Look, we really need to get out of New Jersey. Yeah, things are heating up. We got like half the New Jersey mob after us. And a cemetery in Hoboken.
Here I was again, halfway down the world, and still looking at the bodies of women I was supposed to protect. Only difference now is, I didn't understand the language.
Vai pra lá! Tranquilo, pode ficar tranquilo! Fica nessa parede, seu americano de merda! Que porra tá acontecendo aqui? Que merda tá acontecendo aqui?
Haven't you figured out I don't speak your fucking language?
Seu gringo de merda! Cala a boca, seu gringo!
That's right, I may be a moron, but here's the thing. I ain't quite as dumb as I seem.
Что он вообще не убил? Слушай, был телку, которую нужно спасти. Да.
I'd failed Rodrigo and I'd failed Fabiana. And that awful night club, the stadium, the docks. I'd been given enough chances to make this right, and again I'd blown it. Perhaps this was my punishment from the fates. Keep reliving the same mistakes for all eternity.
Так, ну давайте закончим эту серию. Надеюсь, понравилось. Ставьте лайки, пишите комментарии, подписывайтесь на канал. С вами был Айронс. Увидимся в следующей серии. Всем удачи, всем пока.